So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Grêmio have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So off we go then. Olise. Now Lima. And it's Danilo. For Olise. Lima. And Danilo. Messi, and it's Ruben Neves. He's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Pinches it off him. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it, and he's been shifted off it. Upamecano. Nesta. Ball played for Rijkaard. Davis promptly onto that, and that is that. He is through here. Decent hit! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Ruben Neves. And he's cut it out. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Grêmio finding their passes. Rijkaard. And that has been cleared. Grêmio are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. That's Nedved. He's got away. Ruben Neves. Lima. And it's Messi. And it's Ruben Neves. And he's had a hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Ruben Neves. Now Lima. Fernando Torres. Great chance! Goal! Grêmio!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Marcado para o Grêmio. Aos 26 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 17.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make it one-way traffic and add to this lead.
Neves. Torres. Grêmio are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And it's Davis. Rodri wins the duel this time. Now it's Messi. And that is as far as they're going to go. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nedved. Now it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Showing good feet. Bale. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Messi, now it's Messi. And the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Hits one! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
He's had it taken off him.
Grêmio can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
That pass isn't the best. Oh, this looks sharp. That's really well manoeuvred. Lima. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bale. Now it's Messi. Bale. Now it's Nedved. Can he finish? Oh, that wasn't far away.
Rijkaard just couldn't steer it on target. Everything else was up there.
And it's Hullet. Great ball if he can get there. And Messi! And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams.
And there's the end of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant, and as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So once again, we're underway. Fiddles it through. No way through, so back it comes. Bale really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
That is good alertness. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Bale. And the finish! Now who's got real chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Bale. And it's Messi. Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Upamecano, Torres, Ruben Neves being hunted in packs.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Now that's well seen too. Shot could be on. Upamecano with a fine tackle.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Has a go!
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks one through. Can he put it away?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Pull it, and pull it! What a hit, what a hit! A rocket anthem! That is a gem, an absolute gem! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? There's the hit! It's off target and by quite a way.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And it's Fernando Torres.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pull it. So what can they make of this? Nedved. Pull it.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Pull it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's picked his way through. That's Nedved. Swept in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And it's Messi. Bale. Bale! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Premio must do something here and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Grêmio can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Bale. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Teremos minuto
And
de
Messi!
acréscimo.
He's got away with one there.
That's just front foot in full.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Grêmio played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Grêmio absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.